Alright, y'all, so for my client today, what we're gonna do is a medium skin fade with a hard part with an 8 on top. This is what he does every single time. I'm about to show you guys how I do it step by step. He's already have my fade from the last time already in there, so it's gonna make it a lot easier and a lot smoother to transition that fade into his haircut. And this is a regular client, so this is how I deal with them. So it's funny stories that he did move last time that I cut it. So he moved a little bit, cut into that a little bit, but I'm gonna just go off of my old line right there. So what I do is for his hard part, I always do the hard part first, so I can make sure I separate the hair that needs to be separated. So I'm going right there, straight in, starting the guideline. You typically want to just cut the bottom hair, not really up the top hair, the longer hair. You're pretty much just trying to stay as center as possible, but at the same time, what you're really cutting is the bottom hair. So you're kind of setting that line into that shorter hair that you got there. Now that I'm already here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna utilize my trimmer to the full potential that I can at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just line this corner up because that's what I'm gonna do anyway. So I go ahead, I kind of get a head start. I lined up that corner right there for him. So I can just start my fade on the side of the head right there. Man, it's gonna look crispy. These are the FX1 Low Pros by Babyliss. I got these at Las Vegas. Man, they have been phenomenal. I have not stopped using them. I'm gonna use them throughout the whole entire haircut so you guys can see that you can actually do a full haircut with the new Babyliss Pro FX1 Low Pros. Let's go, baby. So you pop that battery in. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna just start my guideline. The hair's already short. I don't have to start with my one this time, guys. He came in 2 weeks ago. This is clipper closed. If you guys notice, I do not set any hard lines with the trimmer. I do not personally, I do not do that. I do not suggest that because I feel like I'm more efficient with just setting it. So now I'm gonna go ahead, open lever, and go right into that first initial guideline, kind of trying to get rid of that bottom line. Remember, guys, so right now I'm just fading up, straight up. It's what's easier for me. Opposite, if he would've came in, with a lot more hair and it wasn't already set to start my initial guideline, I would just start with the one, kind of debulk it, fade up, and then I'll start my initial fade. So it's already set just like that. So now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna open my lever 1 notch, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flick that line out. And you see how it just naturally just disappears and it starts to fade up. So I'm just gonna take that initial line out and I'm gonna just take 1 notch open because now I'm kind of working my way up a little bit more and kind of just fading it out. Just like that, guys, just like that. I'll go ahead and do the same thing all around, kind of just naturally kind of going in there. That's me taking out my initial guideline. So what I'll do is I'm just moving on to the next step. I'm not gonna dedicate any more time to this because I could always come back and clean it up a little bit, kind of move forward. So now I'm going on to my next step, guys. I just follow the system, follow the steps. I'm gonna grab my one. This is gonna be the one guard. So now I got the lever open and now I'm just gonna be fading into the top fade. So this is the top portion of my fade. So I'm gonna fade into it by just flicking my wrist, kind of just giving it that motion. I'm using the chair to my disposal. It's literally fading in seamlessly. So now when I come in, all I gotta do, after I take my one guard off, I take my half guard. So with my half guard, so I'm gonna go in open first, kind of see what it does. Especially for kids, sometimes the hair is lighter. So I kind of want to play safe. And look, guys, it's blending in for me. See, it literally blends into that one guard open. So one guard open, half guard open is going right into that one open because the one guard open kind of works as my one. But the thing is, when it works as the one, it works tighter than a one. The half guard open works tighter than a one closed. So I would much rather, so in the back, all right, brother. So in the back here, it's typically darker than the sides. So the back of the head is always darker than the sides. So what I typically do is I just go straight in and I go halfway, blend that line out by using a shorter guard because of the fact that it's a lot darker. Because if I go ahead and I use the half guard open in the back, it's really not gonna do much for me. Like it wasn't doing anything for me. Kind of working my way up again, trying to blend it out, blend right into there. See? I'm gonna play with the guard, kind of, and just until, see, if I'm gonna stay lower in the lower section of the line, I'm gonna go a little closer. If I'm gonna go a little higher, I'm gonna make sure I open up the guard. That's how you play with the lever. So you play low, close, open, like this. So I'm gonna start open. I know personally it's not gonna do anything, so I'm just gonna go like halfway, kind of just go ahead and take that line out right here. I already have the half guard, the 1.5 guard in my pocket. Typically I have my guards in my pocket, kind of just work quicker when I have that. So I have the 1.5 guard in my pocket, so I'm gonna put the 1.5 guard on the clipper. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it straight up open. So this is a 1.5 open. If you guys notice the pattern, guys, here, the pattern is that I typically start with my guards open just to play it safe, kind of see what it does. Typically, most of the time, it blends right in. I don't really gotta do much. Now, if it leaves the line, all I gotta do is just close the clipper and it's gonna take that bottom line out instantly. And it's just the process of the fade, kind of going in increments little by little, so you could slowly fade up into the top. So now you see, guys, there, it's kind of fading seamlessly, just like that, guys. And then what I'm gonna do do is just for this bottom darkness right here, I'm gonna take the 1.5 close just because I'm already here. So it's just kind of like a quick reaction I take just so I don't forget this section right here. Kind of just lighten it up a little bit, kind of see what it does. If anything, I'm gonna just come back with my one open, kind of clean it all up. That's just typically what I do. So I'm gonna go in right in here, guys, graze this side, because now I'm gonna be working into my fade up to the top, where I'm typically gonna go and use the blending shears or the 2 guard. And remember, this is the 8, guys, so typically when I'm fading into the 8, I'll use the 3 guard, kind of like just blend right into it, kind of just flaking it out. It would work. So now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just blend right into the top right there a little bit, kind of get rid of that line. You guys see there? All I'm doing, guys, I'm playing with the lever. If it's darker in the area, you want to close the clipper a little bit. You can see if it cuts. If it's cutting, then cool. If it's not cutting, kind of just like to your disposal, just close the clipper up and just literally just like flake out and just don't try to set in another line, guys. And just kind of like going right over those dark spots and kind of just blending it out seamlessly. So you can see it just like that, guys. So now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, using my sabers, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this whole bottom section for them. So this is a ball fade, guys. For kids, I typically do not use the shaver. I don't want to give the kids razor bumps at a young age, because typically sometimes when they get razor bumps, they get really itchy. They don't know how to control themselves. They'll scratch themselves too much, and it's not good for the kids, guys. Trimmers and your clippers are sharp enough. It should do the job. And I'm gonna ball them out with my trimmer, kind of just giving him that ball fade that the dad asked for. Shout out to my boy Isaiah, man. He is doing so good this time. He be moving around sometimes. He be giving me sometimes a little hard time, but today, Isaiah is a good boy. Isaiah, you're gonna get a lollipop today. You excited for that? You can see, guys, he looks already crispy enough. Look at that. He's already crispy. He can walk out the door like that and still be good. But obviously not, guys. We gotta put the 8 on top.
Hey man, Tomb 45 airbrush cleaner to me is one of the best, if not the best airbrush cleaner in the industry, because it's very simple. It's gonna clean it, it's gonna do a deep clean, it's gonna get rid of all the old clutter that may be in your gun. More importantly, it's gonna be protecting the metal. A lot of these airbrush cleaners are just destroying your gun from the inside out and you don't even know it. But with Tomb 45, it won't do that, all right? Very easy to apply, simple nozzle that you put right here, and literally have your thing spraying like brand new.
So I don't know if you guys know, but I know a lot of you guys know that I typically just save the corners for the last. So I kind of play it safe. I don't like to go above the corner because I want to be able to blend out a perfect amount and have it still look blurry. He's already set up, man. So all I gotta do is just this right here. Close your eyes, Isaiah. All I do is I just take my blending shears and I kind of blend it out just so it can sit nice. Obviously, I do not want to pass the blending shears here because he's already like there. You like moved on me last time. And I rub the Tomb 45 indestructible clay in the hands, and then I'm going to apply it on the hair. To my client, I like to use this on like a number 8 a lot because it spikes the hair up that is laying down. Eli, keep your head stiff. Keep it stiff, don't move it. Guys, he is literally moving his head. Like, I touch it and he's just going like that, look. So, he's bugging out, man. All right, so I'll go ahead, I'll put it in the hair. Guys, my client is silly, man. He's a silly client. You know how it is. I'm gonna take the comb, using it to the clay. I'm gonna go ahead and comb it in.